fighting in 2 days from now, and gracious enough to join me in that time. Jake Bostwick, how we doing ahead of Blood for Blood?
Honestly, mate, doing absolutely blessed. My weight is well on point. Yeah, feel good, feel great. Just gonna pretty much chill today. Got a bit of media and stuff, and tomorrow weigh in, and obviously, yeah, Wednesday, try and fuck some shit up, son.
Love it, man. And this is a fun interview, very unique event, the inaugural, so hopefully the first of many. Blood for Blood. Those who don't know, I think it's 4 fights and 4 heavy
Yeah,
metal bands all going down at the same
yeah.
time. So like it says, Blood for Blood. That's May 6th. So
I think it's going to be awesome. I think the whole concept of it is really dope. I say it's the first time they're doing anything like this, and it's a blessing to be a part of it. You know what I mean? But I think like to have a group perform for like 35 minutes, get the crowd riled up, and then you get to watch a punch up real quick, and then another performance again. It's going to be awesome.
is there going to be any overlap, like any fights while it's like, no, or is it all
No,
like in
I think
between?
I think it's like sectioned out as it's going to be a band opens up and then there's a fight, then another performance like band, then a fight, then a band, then a fight. So you're getting a bit of a mixture of everything. You know what I mean?
Now, what
So
kind of music do you usually jam to before a fight? Is it heavy metal?
no, honestly, no. I've never been a metalhead. Literally, being on tour with Alex for the first time back
Yeah.
in 2024 was the first time I was like really properly introduced to it. Honestly, I did kind of enjoy like the music after a while, kind of understanding it and the energy from it and that. But yeah, it's definitely its own concept of music. But myself, I listen to a lot of drum and bass, dubstep, a lot of British grime, British rap stuff. Just like kind of gangster shit, really.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
this is also, depending on who you're talking to, also some gangster shit. But
yeah.
I guess just, you've been around metal fans. You've heard the music. So I guess just what do you think the atmosphere is going to be like in that
I think the
place?
atmosphere is going to be epic in there, mate, because I've been around metal fans, obviously, like you just said, and it's like that they're cool people and very energetic. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I'm expecting the same kind of outcome with the crowd over there, especially when they see a fight, people getting blooded up, knocked down or knocked out. I'm expecting to hear the crowd go crazy.
And
Yeah,
for those who don't know, too, Alex Terrible, who I believe is the main event, his
yeah.
band, Slaughter to Prevail, is performing on the night. So you said you toured with them before. What is
Yeah.
that going to look like?
I think it's going to be absolutely insane. Alex is very capable of doing so because he's a savage anyway. But yeah, he might be performing twice that night. So it really depends. He is supposedly going to either open up, he's either first or second out performing wise on stage, and then obviously his main event. So he'll have a nice few hour break, obviously to chill. Then he'll fight, and then if he's not too smashed up after the fight, I think he wants to go back on stage and do something else.
So,
So we'll
so
see.
3 in one night, technically, with the fight involved.
Well, three performances, yes, exactly, literally.
And you guys train together pretty closely, right?
Yeah. We don't train too much outside of touring and stuff because I've only ever really been with him like when he's on tour or traveling
Sure.
or whatnot. And he's a little mission away from me. He lives up in Orlando and I'm down in Miami, so it's a little bit difficult for us to see each other. But we've kept a solid relationship since 2024. And yeah, Alex is super cool people, man. We've had some good training together, especially on the last tour just now. Even like it was good, just giving him some pointers, picking my brain about a few things. Yeah, man, just working.
Love it, man. And you got a big one, Roderick Stewart.
Yep.
Have you guys like I don't know how the fight week's gone there. Have you guys like faced off or seen each other
We
yet?
haven't seen each other or anything, so we've got media today. I might bump into him here at the hotel, possibly. But tomorrow we've got weigh-ins and then ceremonial weigh-ins. So at the ceremonial weigh-ins, for sure, be getting in his face because obviously, it's the face-off and all the actual weigh-in situation. So tomorrow, 100%, we'll have some form of engagement with him. But I haven't. He seems like a respectful guy. At the end of the day, we're both here for business. But yeah, it's business. You know what I mean?
Well, and I ask the bare knuckle guys, or I usually don't ask, but I ask other fighters, stylistically, how does this fight go down? Bare knuckle, it's a little different just because
Yeah.
sometimes the styles are the same and it's just who's got the bigger balls that night. So I guess, how do
Yeah.
you feel about the fight?
Honestly, for me, it really depends on how the fight starts out. You know, how he's fighting, if he's defensive, if he's pressing me. I want to, I want to cut him. I want to knock him down. I want to knock him out. Do you know what I mean? So I think the timing, as always, for me, is just got to be on point and just try and catch him on his chin, man. I'm coming out guns blazing, ready to rumble. You know what I mean? It's not, this is blood for a reason, and I'm on the fight card for a reason. I'm going to show the people why I am on that fight card. You know what I mean?
I feel like this is usually an obvious answer, but maybe not this time. Would you prefer, a bing bang, one clean knockout punch 8 seconds in, or you want to rough each other up a little bit for a few rounds?
So it varies. Honestly, like my last fight, I was expecting a fight and I threw two left hooks and I got the stoppage.
Yep.
I literally, and it wasn't a boring fight, obviously, but I literally threw two punches. There was like real, not much engagement. So there's pros and cons to it. Like, yeah, it's exciting, it looks great and whatever. At the same time, I didn't really get my itch scratched.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to have a bit of a fight. I feel that Roderick's for sure going to give me more of a fight in general anyway. He seems like a tough dude. He looks like he throws hard. He looks big. Yeah, man. Yeah, I do enjoy a fight. You know what I mean? I do.
Well, for social media, if he sees this, doesn't have to be shit talk. It can if you want, but any message to Roderick ahead of the fight?
Honestly, mate, I've heard he's apparently looking to try and stop me by the 5th, or there's going to be that bad. I'm going to be bleeding that bad. Then they're not going to want to put it on camera. It's a load of shit. That's definitely not going to happen. If anything, it'll be the other way around. And if anything, I'll be stopping him before he really tries to really get the ball rolling. So we're definitely going to clash, mate. 100%.
Love it, man. Getting me excited as a fan too.
Hell yeah, I love that, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. And, with a big win, night goes your way and everything. I guess, what's the rest of the year look like? I know this is a bare knuckle partnered event. So do you want to return over there too?
Honestly, it really depends. I'm not exclusive to anybody, so I have only really been doing the bare knuckle, and I enjoy fighting for BKFC, and obviously now Blood for Blood's come about, and obviously I know Alex and stuff, and they said about me fighting for these guys. So it depends if they're going to do more Blood for Blood events after this one. I think this is like the first taster of it. If they are going to do more events, which I said is a possibility, then I look into be getting on them as well. And whatever else kind of pops up. I've been contemplating. I keep talking about my weight. If I could really force it and maybe go lighter, what my next steps would be. So as of right now, mate, I just want to get this fight in, get this one done, and then kind of just maybe try and plan out the rest of the year. But I expect to get at least another fight in this year for sure.
I'm asking all the bare knuckle guys because I'm super excited. Did you see the Mike Perry, Nate Diaz fight announcement?
Yes, I did.
Just what are your thoughts on that? I'm sure you're familiar with Perry at the least.
Of course. Yeah, we've beefed a little bit online and stuff. Like he's a bit of a fucking donut, but he's all right. You know what I mean? He is what he is. He's a tough dude and stuff. He's definitely beatable. He's a tough guy, and I say him with Nate. I say is definitely a good matchup. Obviously, it's now MMA. Has the wrestling aspect going to be? I think that Nate still might win that fight. I think Perry's been out of the MMA game for a while now. So I think that's going to be just the biggest difference. But we shall see. And he's got 4-ounce gloves on again and whatnot. But interesting matchup. Matchup.
I totally agree with you. I'm excited for that one.
For sure.
The last thing I really want to talk about here is something that I'm sure people ask you about all the time, and Will, just because it's very interesting. You're an executive protective agent or protection agent on the, I guess, is that full time on the side?
So in the last several months, I worked on getting my D and my G license, which is obviously gives me permits to work with my firearm. I've got into the EP side of things, do a lot of security stuff and that, that's just something else that I've got involved in. I'm a protector. I enjoy protecting and looking after people, so anyone needs to be looked after, holler at your boy.
When I can afford it, I got you, bro.
There we go. Appreciate it.
But I know, NDAs and contracts and all that. Is there anyone you can share?
No, I haven't worked with any big names since I've been licensed up and everything. I'm still new to it over here in America as such, But again, it's definitely something I've been involved in, around, wrapped up in my life. Always done security or some form of protecting. So, no big names as of yet.
Well, with the background and the experience there, I'm curious because obviously the UFC is going to the White House. as a media member, debating whether I'm going or not, I got to look into the logistics of security. I dealt with Secret Service at the last event when Trump was there. So I guess just how do you
honestly,
envision
I
that
think
going down?
I think that's a bit hot, bro. Personally, I 100% think that is hot. I don't know the full ins and outs. Like the fight card looks pretty good. I feel it could have been better, but I'm hearing from whispers that maybe certain fighters said no to fighting because it is where it is and just in case or whatever. But it is definitely a risky situation with everything that's going on in the world right now, for sure. Like
God, yeah.
for sure.
You imagine,
So
you imagine like World War II, FDR being like,
bro,
yeah, I'm just gonna chill out and watch the game tonight.
it's crazy. It is kind of crazy. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully, obviously, all goes smooth, and that's it's a safe event, obviously, and everyone's cool. But yeah, it's definitely a risk assessment check in on that, bruv, for sure.
Like logistic wise, from a security standpoint,
I mean,
is that even possible? Like, how do they do that?
well, yeah, you'd need a fucking you need a solid squad. You need a solid squad. I'm assuming they're gonna have. I'm assuming for sure they're gonna have snipers at distance. They're gonna have probably anything and everything. They would have to. I feel for something like that. I feel like that's probably going to be the most expensive part is your security detail for that event specifically. Anyway,
we're gonna need an army, man.
Yeah, literally. I think it's got to be so hot, and it's got to have up to a certain distance as well. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like the snipers in that aspect. But we'll see.
I wanted your perspective on that because
I'm sure they'll have to have a solid squad, mate, for something like that, a big event like that. Yeah, the security detail's got to be like A1. Yeah, that's hot.
More importantly, you got a fight going down.
I'll do a punch up, mate, in a couple of days. Come on, bro. That's more
Jake,
important.
Before I get you out of here, man, anything for the fans? The mic is yours.
Honestly, listen, just if you either tune in for the event, May 6th, or obviously you come in here, come tune in. But do not miss this event. It's going to be absolutely stacked. Every fight on that card is mental, and obviously brutal is on it. So you got to see it because you're going to do some brutal madness. Much love. Tune in. Appreciate you.
Heavy metal and heavy hands. May 6th, blood for blood. Jake Bostwick, thank you so much, man. I assume you're still cutting weight, so safe weight cut and kick ass.
Appreciate you. Much love, man. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much for your time.